IGCSE Cambridge syllabus. Okay, when we first MRSM Tumpat first started the program. Okay, so that's all about me. Okay, and then before that, look at the date, very beautiful dates here. Okay, so you pin the dates, 10-10-22. Okay, so this is the very beautiful number. Okay, actually, you will sit for 0606 paper 1 at this on this date. Okay, and then 4 days later, 4 days after that, you will sit for paper 2. Okay, a bit about exam format. All right. So for paper 1 and paper 2, so there are 2 hours papers. Okay, both are 2 hours papers. Okay, and then the total mark for each paper is 80. Okay, so there's nothing much different between paper 1 and paper 2. The number of questions for each paper is between 10 to 12 questions. It depends on how many apa ni pecahan yang dia bagi. Okay. Uh, the difference ada sikit lah difference between paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 2 ni dia punya anak dia tu pecahan dia tu akan agak banyak compared to paper 1. Okay. But the mark still 80. Okay, and then if you ask me about the topics, which topic will come out in paper 2, which topic will come out in paper 1, actually uh, they randomly ask you any topics that they want to ask, no matter in paper 1 ataupun paper 2. Okay, so there is no specific topic for paper 1 and paper 2. Ada sedikit clue dekat situ if you actually kalau let's say for vectors. Okay, for vectors we have velocity vectors, we have apa lagi, kita ada position vector whatsoever kan. Okay, so if a velocity vector has already asked in paper 1, meaning that there is no velocity vector in paper 2, but still ada lagi soalan vector, but different types of between subtopics of vectors. Itu je lah dia punya clue dia. If you sit for paper 1 and then whatever come out in paper 1 will never come out in paper 2. Okay. Alright, dia takkan tanya apa ni benda yang samalah untuk paper 1 and paper 2. Okay. So today is actually the sharing session. Bukanlah saya kata cikgu yang terbaik, bukan. Okay, tapi ni kita share. So hopefully that everyone can get the benefit, especially the tips for where the marks will be awarded in every questions. Okay. Alright. Without long ado, so kita tengoklah. Kita tengok. Alright, so everyone, I hope that anak-anak semua dah buat apa? Soalan ni dah cuba because we already shared with all the teachers, okay, in your at your school before you go back for before you went for your holiday lah hari tu. So hopefully semua orang dah cuba buat. Kalau tak dapat semua pun at least dah ada dah yang dah cuba. Okay. Alright. So we look at number 1. Okay. So I will start with something light. Okay. So this is function. Alright. So fx is given by 2x plus 3 square for x greater than 0. Okay. So this is given. And the range of f is also given where f is greater than 9. Okay. So the first question asks you to find the inverse of function f. Okay. So first of all, what we do is we want to find f inverse. So we just let f inverse x is equal to y. Okay. Because you know that inverse is actually the inverse process of f. Okay. So this is the domain of x of inverse f. Okay. This is the range of inverse f. Okay. So now kita terbalikkan dia because inverse kat sini dia akan jadi fy is equal to x. Alright. So the purpose of this question is to find y because we want to find the inverse function of f. Okay, so fy is equal to x. So what we do is we put x here. Okay, x is equal to, because you know that fx is 2x plus 3 square. Therefore, fy is equal to 2y plus 3 square. We just substitute x with y. Okay, so from here, because 2y plus 3 in a bracket and then square, so we have to eliminate this square first. So what we do is we square root both sides. Okay, so we square root both sides, we square root x, so that this one 2y plus 3 square, when you square root, so the square will be eliminated. Okay, so you will get this. All right, then get y as a subject. So y is equal to this set x minus 3 here. So set x minus 3 and then you divide by 2. Okay, after you get y is equal to set x minus 3 over 2, uh, you have to conclude. All right, so we have to conclude what is your y? Y is actually inverse f. Okay, inverse f is set x minus 3 over 2. Okay, 3 marks will be awarded. Where is your 3 marks will be given? Okay, so first, the first mark will be given when you substitute y into the function. Okay, so this is the first mark. Second mark is when you have y as a subject. All right, then the third mark, which is the final mark, will be given for inverse f is equal to set x minus 3 over 2. Okay, so 3 marks here. Next, okay, the question asks you to find the domain of inverse f. Okay, so before we state the domain of inverse f, so let me explain how actually the relation between the domain and the range for f and also inverse f. Okay, kita tengok dulu graph dia. So explanation using graph, I think will make it easier. Okay, so how does the graph fx to x plus 3 square looks like? Okay, the domain is x greater than 0. The domain is the value of x. Okay, so kita nak cari, nak lukis graph kita, nak sketch graph kita for x greater than 0. So we just put x0 into the function. So we will get 3 square, which is 9. And then the graph is a quadratic graph. So quadratic graph, depan dia ni positive. So positive meaning that the graph is actually the minimum graph. Okay, bentuk kuadratik tapi bermula dengan x equal to 0 dekat situ. So the graph should be like this lah. Okay. Dia ada sambung lagi ni sebenarnya ke sebelah sini. Tapi because x greater than 0, so we start dekat x is equal to 0 here. Okay, so this is the graph of f. Okay, when you find inverse, that is actually you find the reflection of the graph at the line y is equal to x. Okay, bila kita reflect dia dekat garis y is equal to x, so the graph of f become like this. Okay, the reflection of f is actually inverse f. Alright, so now if you look at the value of x, dekat mana x kita start? So x will start x 0. Okay, x will start at 0. X will start at 9 and then y will start at 0. Y is the range. Ni range. Kat sini range. Okay, so graph start daripada x-axis. So x-axis so y is equal to 0 and then up above. Naik ke atas ni kat sini . Okay, so dia akan naik ke atas lagi. Okay, so kita boleh kata for fx, domain is x greater than 0 and then range is greater than 9. Start from 9 above. Okay, naik ke atas ni. Okay, but for inverse f, domain x greater than 9. So start daripada 9 to the right. So x must be greater than 9. Range is greater than 0. Okay, so look at the domain and the domain of F dengan the range of inverse F. Okay, so dia akan start dekat 0 and then the domain of inverse dengan the range of F will greater than 9. Okay, so then we can conclude that the domain of F is equal to the range of inverse F and the range of F is equal to the domain of inverse F. So kalau soalan suruh kita state the domain of inverse F, so the domain of inverse dia mesti sama dengan range of F. So kita tengok the range is already given here. Okay, so we just put we just get take this one as your answer, but domain mesti value of X. Dia bukan F dekat sini. So we write as X greater than 9. Okay, sebab tu dia bagi satu markah je dekat sini je. Okay, X greater than 9. We just check whatever given here and then we may get the clue from there. Okay, terus dapat jawapan dekat situ. Okay, alright. So that is the inverse and the domain of the inverse. Okay, markah dia satu je lah dekat sini je. Alright. So now we move to number 2. Still in function. Okay, dalam topic function. So fx is given 2x plus 3 square. Alright, so x is greater than 0 and then gx for ln x plus 4 also for x greater than 0. The question asks you to find the exact solution of fgx given fgx is equal to 49. Exact solution meaning that you want to find the value of x tapi dia tak boleh dalam a decimal number. Okay, exact maybe dalam fraction, maybe dalam log, ln, maybe dalam cert, okay, tapi dia mesti dalam exact, dia tak boleh kalau you all tukar dia jadi decimal number, maksudnya tu bukan lagi kita panggil exact solution. Okay, so this is what given, fgx is equal to 49. Okay, as usual, kita gantikan dulu gx tu, what is gx? Gx is ln x plus 4. Okay, equal to 49. Okay, now you know that fx is equal to 2x plus 3 square. Okay, so kalau f ln x plus 4, meaning that tempat x ni, we substitute with ln x plus 4. So what we have is 2 ln x plus 4 plus 3 dekat belakang tu. Everything you have to square, that is equal to 49. Okay, right. Then after that, kita nak cari X kan? So nak cari X, so what you need to do first is to eliminate square. So we eliminate square, so we'll get square root both sides. So this one eliminated. So the square root of 49, you will get plus minus 7. Okay, so we have two answers here, positive 7 dengan minus 7. Okay, so we split into 2. So dia akan jadi, alright, so for this one, ln x plus 4 is equal to positive 7 minus 3 ni, yang ni, teacher bawa pergi sebelah sana, then divide by 2. Okay, or another one is ln x plus 4 is equal to negative 7 minus 3 divide by 2. Okay. So what we have is ln x plus 4 equal to 2 and ln x plus 4 is equal to negative 5. Okay, you want to find x, alright? So x, nak cari x, so dia ni in terms of ln. Okay, so how can we convert ln into index form? Nak hilangkan ln dekat depan ni. Okay, tengok kat sini. Nak hilangkan ln x is equal to y. So kalau ln is a logarithm, the base e. Okay, so base dia e dekat bawah ni. So nak cari x, so base dia tu akan kita tolak naik atas ni, senang nak ingat macam tu lah. Okay, so e tu kita tolak dia naik kat sini, so dia akan jadi base of index. Base tetap akan jadi base. Tadi dia adalah base of logarithm, ln tu. Okay, and then y tu akan terangkat naik atas satu. Okay, so x is exponent y. Okay, so for this one, so nak hilangkan ln, x plus 4 will be here, but then e tu, the base of log tu, kita tolak naik ke sebelah sini and then 2 tu tolak dia naik atas. So dia akan jadi exponent 2. Okay, sama juga dengan yang sebelah sini. So x plus 4 is equal to exponent negative 5. Alright. Then x is exponent 2 minus 4 and then another one is exponent negative 5 minus 4. Okey, biarkan jawapan dalam eksponen, jangan tukar jadi eksponen tu jangan jadi decimal number. Okay, but then adakah both of the answers actually your exact solution? So kita tengok yang ni. Syarat dia mesti x greater than 0. So kalau both fx and gx must be x dia must be greater than 0, meaning that for fgx also we need to fulfill the same requirement here. Okay, meaning that for this one, exponent negative 5 minus 4 ni, we can just ignore this one because x must be greater than 0. So kalau tekan dia ni pun kita akan dapat dia negative. Okay, alright. Okay, so the answer is only for exponent 2 minus 4. Alright. So now 3 marks. Okay, 3 marks comes from this one. When you substitute your gx with ln x plus 4, you will get 1 mark. Okay, markah kedua adalah dekat sini. Bila kita dah arrange semua ni, dapatkan ln x plus 4 is equal to 2. And then the third mark is for this one, exponent 2 minus 4. Okay? Alright? Now, let's move to number 3. Okay, kita tengok number 3. The question asks you to sketch the graph of modulus x squared minus 4x minus 12. The question asks you to show the coordinates of the points where the graph meets the axis. Okay, before we put modulus, okay, kita consider dulu the graph of x squared minus 4x minus 12 without modulus. Kita tengok graph dia yang ni. Okay, we know that this is a quadratic graph. Nak tahu bentuk dia, kita tengok kat depan dia ni. Alright, is it a minimum graph or maximum graph? So we look at the coefficient of x squared. So coefficient of x squared is positive, meaning that the graph is a minimum graph. Okay, so kita nak tengok sekarang ni kat mana pula bila kita buat graph tu kena ada x-intercept, kena ada y-intercept. Okay, nak cari x-intercept, kita assume y is equal to 0. Equate the function here, x squared minus 4x minus 12 with 0. Okay, and then kita buat factorization. So you will get x equals 6 and x is equal to negative 2 are the roots of the equation ataupun ini adalah tempat di mana graf kita intersect dengan x-axis. Okay, so the graph will looks like, okay, so this is y and then x. Dia akan potong dua tempat which is negative 2 and 6. Okay, so the graph will be like this. So this is the graph. Okay, ini graph before we put modulus. Okay, but then if we put the modulus, the graph of modulus, kita kena ingat bila buat modulus, graph dia tak ada ni bawah ni, bahagian bawah ni, y negative ni dah tak ada. Sebab apa? The graph will reflect at x-axis. Okay, reflected at x-axis. So how does the graph looks like? Dia akan jadi macam ni. Okay, so the graph will reflected dekat x-axis. Okay, x-intercept dah ada, negative 2 and 6. Now kita nak tengok y-intercept. Dekat mana dia jumpa dekat sini ni? So this is when x is equal to 0. Okay, so we substitute x ni 0, substitute x ni 0. So you will get y is equal to modulus negative 12. So modulus negative 12 bila kita reflect dia naik atas modulus kan dah tak ada negative. So it become positive 12. Okay, dah cukup dah yang ni dah ada x-intercept, dah ada y-intercept. Okey, tapi bila kita buat graf, graf kita kena ada semua maklumat yang patut ada. Okay, what is the next information that we need to put in the graph adalah symmetrical kan kat sini ni. Okay, the quadratic graph is a symmetrical graph. So kalau kita tengok ini dia punya point dekat atas ni, so yang tadi this is the turning point dia dekat sini. Okay, so we need to put here what is the value of this x value dengan y value tu kena ada. Okay, so as the graph of quadratic is a symmetrical graph, meaning that dia simetri lah. So the minimum ataupun the maximum point ni dekat sini ni, dekat atas ni adalah a midpoint of these 2 point. Okay, so kita cari midpoint. Axis of symmetry ni kat sini. Okay, so we find midpoint 6 plus dengan negative 2 divide by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. Okay, so the graph will passes through this line. Okay, dia akan lalu titik ni. When x is equal to 2, kita kena tengok what is the value of y. Okay, so substitute x with 2. So 2 square minus 4 times 2 minus 12. So you will get y equal to set negative 16. So set pula. Modulus negative 16 and then y is equal to 16. So y is equal to 16 is here. Okay. So complete semua dah ada dalam graph. So kita tengok mana dia nak bagi markah dekat sini. Okay, so the first mark will be given for the shape of the graph. Shape betul, tak kisahlah ada x-intercept ke, tak ada x-intercept ke. Okay, bentuk saja graph tu macam tu, so dapat 1 markah. Okay, the next mark, it will be given for x-intercept. Nampak negative 2, nampak 6, dia lalu dekat sini and then dia turn dekat sini, turning point dia dekat negative 2 and 6 ni turn reflect naik ke atas tu dekat negative 2 and 6, you will get 1 mark. Okay, and then the third mark will be given for ada 3 benda dekat sini. Y-intercept, maximum point dekat sini tunjuk. Alright, so this is 2 and then this is 16 and then 2 arms. Okay, jangan buat graph tu macam ni je. Okay, dia kena ada ni. Ini kita panggil dia arms, lengan dia kat sini. Sebelah sini dengan sebelah sini satu. Okay, so all 3 marks. Okay, alright. Okay. So siapa yang nak jot down something dekat notes yang dah ada tu, so jot down lah. Okay, dekat apa kerja yang you all dah buat dah. Alright, so now we look at 3B. 3B dia suruh kita cari coordinates of the stationary point on the curve. Curve tadilah. Okay, dah discuss dah tadi, cuma sekarang ni kita tengok balik. Bila dia nak coordinates, apa nak buat? Bila dia minta kita bagi coordinates. So the graph is like this. Okay, stationary point is this point. Stationary point. Also, we sometimes kita guna juga the word turning point. Okay, ataupun sometimes dia guna juga maximum point ataupun kalau dia dekat bawah kita panggil dia minimum point. So the same point. Or okay, so we found that this is axis of symmetry is 2 and the maximum value of y is 16. Okay, so bila dia minta coordinates, you must give the answer in terms of 2 and 16 like this. Okay, right. 2 marks. Okay, 2 marks mana dia bagi? Alright, so the first one, if 2 seen, nampak je ada 2. Belakang ni tak kisah, dapat berapa pun K ni. 12 ke, 10 ke, tak kisah, salah ke apa, so you still get 1 mark because you already found the axis of symmetry. Kita tahu dia lalu titik 2 ni kat sini. Okay, okay, kita tahu dia lalu this line. Alright, when x is equal to 2. Okay, and then the second mark, of course, if you put the value of x and y both correct. Okay, so another 1 mark. All right. So nampak 2, 16 terus dia bagi 2. Okay. Right. Next. Kita tengok. The next question is find the values of K such that the equation modulus x square minus 4x minus 12 equal to K has only 2 solutions. Kita kena faham bila dia kata has only 2 solutions, meaning that ni adalah Y ni. Nampak tak ni Y kan? Okay, so Y ni adalah K. Alright, so K is a constant. Dia tak ada XX dekat situ. Maksudnya the line is a straight line parallel dengan X-axis tu. Y sama dengan berapa? Y sama dengan 5 ke? Y sama dengan 10 ke? Okay, so that is the value of K. Okay, now kita cuma nak the line, the straight line yang kita nak lukis tu only has 2 solution. Only has 2 solution, meaning that bila kita buat one straight line, the straight line only intercept the curve at 2 points. Okay, tak boleh lebih, tak boleh kurang. Okay, so now if I draw one straight line, the green line here, draw the straight line, y is equal to 0. Y is k, meaning that this is k is equal to 0 lah. Okay, so the graph, the straight line intersect the curve ni. So dia akan jumpa dekat dua tempat ni. Okay, this point and this point. Okay, does the straight line satisfy the requirement of the question? Has only 2 solutions. So the answer is yes. Okay, because dia jumpa dekat 2 point. What about this line? Once I draw this line, dekat atas je daripada K is equal to 0 ni, naik je sikit atas. So you can see that you made 4 points. Okay, the straight line and the curve meet at 4 points. Okay, does the straight line satisfy the question here? Alright, so the answer is no, because we only want 2 solutions. Okay, and then if you draw the straight line here, here, until you draw the straight line here, satu lagi, y is equal to 16. Okay, y is equal to 16, you can see there are 3 intersection between the straight line and the curve. Okay, and this line also not satisfy the requirement. Okay, and then after that, if we draw one straight line above 16, so you can see the graph only intersect at 2 points. Okay, and then this is also satisfy the requirement. Okay, so kat mana dia satisfy? Alright, so find the values of K. One is at this point when K is equal to 0. And then another one is any point, any lines above 16. So we can write the answer as K is equal to 0. And then another one is K greater than 16. Okay, so 2 marks will be given. One for this one. And then another one for K greater than 16. Okay, so kalau dia minta yang 3, maksudnya this one lah. K equal to 16. Alright. Okay, now look at number 4. So this is index. Okay, index. Sekarang ni kalau IG dia gemar ni bagi soalan macam ni. Ada fraction bagai kat sini. Okay, so what we do if you get this type of question is first kita splitkan dulu dia jadi macam ni. Alright, so x to the power of 2 over 3 because here is x to the power of 1 over 3. So x to the power of 1 over 3 and then power ni dekat luar. 2 is outside the bracket. Okay, so ni dah jadi quadratic. Okay, ni dah jadi quadratic. So bila quadratic kita kena buat factorization. Okay, so factorization you can use your calculator. Okay, kita dapat yang ni dulu sebenarnya. We always get this. My student always get 1 over 3 and 1 over 2. Before we get this one. Sebab you buat pakai calculator. Okay, but please remember, when you use your calculator, the value 1/3 and 1/2 is not the value of x, but the value of x to the power of 1/3. Okay, and then you have to put some space here dekat sini. Okay, after you get this, alright, so masuk balik dalam factorization form because this one is important. Okay, so how to solve the quadratic equation using valid method. Alright, so you must have this. You must show the factorization form. So 3x to the power of 1/3 minus 1, 2x to the power of 1/3 minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, right. So after you get this, kita nak solve. Solve meaning that you want to find x. So how can we eliminate 1/3 here? The power of 1/3. So we have to cube the x to the power of 1/3. So both sides we cube for this one. Okay, so 1/3 times 3 become 1. So what's left is x. So sebelah kanan akan jadi 1/3 cube. Okay, so this one is also the same. Okay, so what we have is x equal to 1/27 and x is equal to 1/8. Okay, right. Some people will feel that x to the power of 1/3 distract them. Dia macam tengok dia ada power x to the power of 1/3 tu terus takut kan. So what to do is you assume, okay? Before that, kita tengok markah dulu. Okay, so kat sini markah dia. So solve quadratic equation using valid method. So kena buat factorization kat sini lah. Okay, ni satu markah. Okay, and then you got this and this, both you will get 1 mark. And then the third mark will be given if you get correct for both answers. 1/27 and 1/8. Okay. Right. Sekarang kita tengok kalau tak nak serabut tengok x to the power of 1/3. So kita pun assume. Okay, you can assume as any letter. Okay, kita nak A, so saya assume as A lah. So A is equal to x to the power of 1/3. Alright, so we just substitute here x to the power of 1/3. We substitute with A. So you get this. So dia nampak lagi cantik lah kan? Okay, macam quadratic biasa. Okay, so what do you need to do is to use your calculator. Alright, so kita guna calculator untuk cari factorization ni sebab semua dah ada calculator canggih lah semua. Okay, so kita dapat A is equal to 1/3, A is 1/2, patah balik dapat yang ni. Okay, so you will get this. Right, but remember, you don't want to find A, you want to find X. So X ni, ganti tempat A ni dengan X to the power of 1/3. Okay, and then do the same thing as what we did before. Yang ni dah tunjuk dah tadi. Okay, so from here sama je dengan yang ni kan. Okay, so we eliminate 1/3. Okay, then we get 1/27 and 1/8. Okay, so for this method, alright, spoon dia akan bagi dekat factorization kat sini. Satu markah. Sini satu markah, dapat. And then the answer. Both must be correct to get the final answer, final mark. Okay. All right. Okay. So to number 4. Next, we move to number 5. Okay. We move to number 5. Look at the question asks you to find the values of k. Okay, dia kata line y is equal to kx plus 3 is a tangent to the curve. Okay, how does it looks like? Teacher kalau nak jawab soalan suka sketch dulu. Okay, kalau kita sketch kita boleh nampak lah. Kita boleh tengok benda tu. Bukan duduk terkelip-kelip tengok dekat ceiling macam tu kan. So kita tengok dulu. Right, so curve ni bentuk let's say lah whatever curve looks like, tak kisah asal dia curve. Kita tengok dia curve kat situ. Okay, and then kita ada satu straight line. The straight line y is equal to kx plus 3 is a tangent to the curve. Tangent means it touch the curve at only one point. Dekat sini. Okay, so this is the straight line. Y is equal to kx plus 3 tu. Okay, this is the curve. Alright, so apa yang you all nak kena ada dah tahu dah dalam kepala. Bila tangent, meaning that it touch at one point. So kalau dia touch at one point, the condition, this condition must be followed. B square minus 4AC ni determinant kita panggil dia. Okay, must equal to 0. Alright, dia mesti sama dengan 0. B square minus 4AC. Okay, so first of all, kita nak kena buat in terms of one unknown, one tak boleh dalam Y dengan X sebab dia jumpa dekat dua tempat. This is Y, ini pun Y. So we equate these two equations. So we get this. Okay, and then we rearrange the equation, okay, to get all the 2x squared plus 4x minus kx plus k minus 1 minus 3 at one side. Okay, and then you simplify because this one you have x, this one is also x. Okay, so we have to combine the coefficient of x. Okay, then we get this. Okay, 2x squared plus 4 minus kx plus k minus 4 is equal to 0. So this one, -1 and -3 kena simplify lah. Kita boleh simplify. Okay. So once you get this, kena simplify sampai sini. Dia tak boleh ada 2x. Kena ada satu je x dekat sini. Okay. And then kita identify which one is A. A is a coefficient of x squared, which is 2. Okay. B is a coefficient of x, 4 minus k. And then C is a constant. Whatever without X is a constant. Alright? Jangan kata mesti ada satu je, tak boleh. So kalau K ni tak ada X dekat dia, 4 pun tak ada X dekat dia. So K minus 4 will be a constant. Okay? So kita ada A2, B this one, and then C is K minus 4. So we want to substitute into B square minus 4AC and then it must follow the rules, dia mesti sama dengan kosong. Condition dia, dia mesti sama dengan kosong. Okay, so B square is this one minus 4A. A dia 2, C dia K minus 4 equal 0. Okay, so this one expand, be careful bila buat expansion 4 minus K square ni. Okay, you will get 16 minus 2 times 4 times K ni kat sini ni. Kalau tak boleh buat 4 minus K, 4 minus K. Mesti ada 3 terms dalam ni. Bukan 2 terms. Okay, common mistake biasanya buat 2 terms. Okay, so 16 minus 8K plus K square. Negative 4 times 2 times K is negative 8K. Negative 4 times 2 times negative 4 dapat 32 which is equal to 0. Rearrange the equation, K square letak depan. So you will get this. Okay. Right. So K square minus 16K plus 48. So this is quadratic. Sama juga buat factorization. So you will get this. And then you have two values of K. One is K equal 4 and another one is K is equal to 12. Okay. 5 markah. Banyak ni 5 markah. Okay. Mana 5 markah? You equate the equation and then simplify until you get in 3 terms. Dia panggil. Okay. Ini satu and then constant satu. Simplify sampai habis. Kalau tak habis sampai sini tak boleh bagi markah lagi. Okay. Alright. So then you identify A, B and C and then you put in B square minus 4AC. You will get 1 mark. And then also one more. Yang ketiga, markah ketiga bila kita simplify sampai jadi 3 terms. Okay, simplify until you get 3 terms in quadratic equation. Itu dia punya terms bila kita tengok marking scheme dia. Alright, so kena simplify sampai sini. And then after that, buat solve quadratic equation using valid method, 1 markah. Okay, and then both 4 and 12, you will get 1 mark. Okay? That is 5 marks altogether. Okay. Number 6. Using the substitution y is equal to 2 to the power of x. Ini dia guide ni. Dia dah guide. So, kena substitute y is equal to 2 to the power of x or otherwise. Bila disebut or otherwise, maksudnya dia tak rigid sangat dengan y is equal to 2 to the power of x. You can use another method. If you think that is the valid method, betul semua, so you boleh buat solve this question, this equation. Okay, now kita tengok equation dia. 2 to the power of 2x plus 1. Yang ini 2 to the power of x plus 1. Yang ini 2 to the power of x. Makin kurang, and then plus 1 equal to 0. Once you get this type of question, so kita tengok law of indices. Okay, law of indices said that a to the power of m plus n, yang ni 2x plus 1. So we can split into 2, a to the power of m multiply a to the power of n. Base dia sama, both a. Okay, so what we do is now for this one, 2 to the power of 2x plus 1. So we put as 2 to the power of x multiply 2 to the power of 1. But we do not put 1 here. Understood that 2 to the power of 1 is equal to 2. Okay, same as this one. So 2 to the power of x plus 1. So 2 to the power of x and then 2 to the power of 1. And then this one, you just copy whatever you have here. Tak boleh nak buat apa dah kat sini. Okay, equal to 0. Okay, yang ini dah ada 2 to the power of x. Yang ini dah 2 to the power of x. But this one 2 to the power of 2x. Okay, another law of indices. Okay, kita ada a to the power of mn. Boleh split into a to the power of m, letak n dekat luar. So what we do is kita letak 2 to the power of x and then 2 ni, these 2 we put it out. Okay, so that we get this one. What is the purpose of doing this? Because I want to substitute y with 2 to the power of x. Okay, so kita assume 2 to the power of x is equal to y. Then kita masuk sini, tempat 2 to the power of x, semua akan jadi y. Sini jadi y, sini jadi y, sini jadi y. So, kita akan dapat, okay, these 2 because of number, so kita letak dekat depan lah. Okay, so 2y square minus, this one 2 ni letak depan, this is 2y minus y plus 1 equals 0. Okay. This one and this one are like terms. So we simplify this. So what we get is 2y square minus 3y plus 1 equals 0. Okay? Right. So once dapat yang ni, sama juga quadratic lagi. So quadratic, the same thing, kita kena factorize. Okay, kalau tak boleh buat factorization, kena guna formula. Okay, so yang ni boleh factorize, so kita factorize. So 2y minus 1, y minus 1 equal to 0. Therefore, we get two values of y. Satunya 1 over 2 and then y is equal to 1. Alright, so y is equal to 1 over 2. Y ni apa tadi? Y ni adalah 2 to the power of x. Alright, so kita akan buat yang ni 2 to the power of x. 1 over 2 ni naikkan ke atas. So tujuan dia kita dapat ni same base. Sama, dua-dua ni base 2. Okay, then kita boleh compare dia punya index. This one, y is 2 to the power of x. 1, sebab kita nak samakan dia punya base kat sini. Okay, so remember, a to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Apa-apa je lah kalau kat sini 1, kalau kat sini 10 pun 10 kuasa x sama dengan 1, maksudnya 10 kuasa x sama dengan 10 kuasa kosong macam tu. Okay, tapi sekarang ni dia 2. 2 to the power of x, so this one we put 2 to the power of 0. Why? Because we want to equate the base so that we can compare the index. Therefore, we get two values of x. One is negative 1 and another one is x is equal to 0. Okay, right. 4 marks. 4 markah. Okay, mana 4 markah ni? Atas ni semua ni, adjust ni semua tak ada markah apa-apa pun. Once you assume and then you simplify to 3 terms. Sampai dapat 3 terms, baru dapat 1 markah dekat sini. Okay, and then factorize the quadratic equation, another 1 mark. And then 1 mark for x equal to -1, and then 1 mark for x is equal to 0. Okay, all right. Okay, kita tengok question number 7. This question asks you not to use calculator. Okay, bila soalan kata do not use a calculator, what does that mean? Right. Maksud dia, bila kita kata soalan kata tak boleh guna calculator, meaning that you have to maintain dia ni, kekalkan dia, stay dalam cert 5 cert ni. Jawapan in terms of cert. Okay, you cannot, it is impossible if you if you're not using calculator, and then kita boleh convert cert 5 ni, and then kita boleh buat satu calculation yang cantik, tak boleh kan? Okay, so this one, so you have to stay with cert every, and then one more thing is bila dia kata tak boleh guna calculator, so all the working must be shown clearly. Okay, dia mesti tunjuk betul-betul. Ada kena expand bracket, tunjuk satu-satu. Okay. Alright. If someone asks about the paper, alright. So this is the paper. W is winter. Winter is for November series. Okay. Kalau S is for summer, for June series. Okay. So this is the year 2010. Okay. Alright. Teacher ambil dalam untuk bukan from one paper, dia daripada apa ni, banyak paper. Okay, right. So find the perimeter of the trapezium, giving your answer in simplest cert form. Alright, so kita nak cari perimeter of the trapezium. Alright, so nak cari perimeter dia sekarang ni, perimeter is the sum of all the sides. Okay, AB plus BC plus CD plus DA. Okay, so AB ni kita dah tahu all three sides given, but we don't know what is BC. So nak kena cari BC ni dulu. Okay, how can we find BC? Okay, so we can find BC by, okay, we put the straight line parallel to AD here. Okay, let's say I put E here. Okay, and then we can, EBC, you can see that EBC is a right angle triangle. Okay, it's a right angle triangle. We know EB, which is equal to AD. And then we can find EC because EC ni, kat sini, because we know DC minus AB boleh dapat EC. Okay, so we show it one by one. Alright, EC. Kat sini EC. EC is 11 plus 2 set 5. Okay, 11 plus 2 set 5 minus 4 plus 3 set 5. Okay, this one. Alright, so you have to simplify this. 11 minus 4, tunjuk satu-satu. 11 minus 4 is 7. 2 set 5 minus 3 set 5 is negative set 5. Okay, let it be as 7 minus set 5. Biarkan dia macam tu. Okay, so kita tahu sini 7 plus set 5. EC is 7 minus set 5. So we can use Pythagoras theorem to find BC. Okay, so BC is equal to, okay, 7 plus set 5 square, ni, okay, EB square plus EC square. Okay, and then kita square root lah, nak cari BC kan, sepatutnya ada BC square kat situ. Okay, right. This one, yang ni yang teacher cakap tadi. You have to show how can you get you expand this one, kena tunjuk satu-satu because we cannot use calculator. Okay, so 7 bila kita square dapat 49. Okay, Macam mana teacher dapat yang ni straight macam ni, cepat-cepat macam ni? Okay. So this one, 7 bila kita square dapat 49. Yang tengah-tengah ni is 2 times 7 times set 5. So 2 times 7 times set 5 is 14 set 5. Okay. And then set 5 bila kita square dapat 5. Okay. Instead of 7 plus set 5, kalau you all buat 7 plus set 5, 7 plus set 5, so dia panjang sikit lah. Tapi this one wajib tunjuk satu ni. Yang ni kena ada dalam you all punya working. Okay, plus. Yang ni pula, this bracket pula. 7 bila square dapat 49. 2 times 7 times negative set 5 dapat negative 14 set 5. Okay, negative set 5 bila square, negative bila square dapat positive, set 5 bila square dapat 5. Okay, so after you get this, the next step is you add all the integers dekat sini. So you will get 108. So 14 set 5 minus 14 set 5 is 0. Okay, so 108, the set 108 is 36 times 3. Okay, so 36 tu kita keluarkan jadi 6 set 3 kat dalam ni. So we get BC. Okay, so once you get BC, bolehlah cari perimeter. Perimeter is adding up all the sides. Alright, so perimeter. So you add 7 plus 5 with this one AB, with this one BC yang cari tadi 6 set 3, and then CD is 11 plus 2 set 5. Okay. Alright. And then kita cari. So 7 and 4 and 11 you will get 22. Okay. So set 5, 3 set 5, 2 set 5 you will get 6 set 5. And then 6 set 3 dia tak ada adik-beradik, dia duduk kat sorang-sorang dia kat situ. Okay, so giving your answer in simplest set form. So this is your simplest set form. Dah tak boleh nak buat nak simplify lagi dah. Set 5, dia set 5 dia berdiri sendiri, set 3 dia berdiri sendiri dekat situ. Okay, right. Alright. Okay, so 3 markah je pun kat sini dia bagi. Tapi kena tunjuk satu-satu nak dapat 3 markah ni kan. Okay, so mana nak dapat? Okay, nak kena cari BC ni. Okay, kita cari BC guna Pythagoras theorem and then kita dapat jawapan dia. Okay, so dah dapat 1 markah, 2 markah and then perimeter kita tambah semua sekali and then you add up with this one. Okay, so kita end up dengan jawapan je. Dia bagi markah dekat jawapan. Kat sini tak bagilah markahnya kat sini. Okay, right. Okay. And now we move to second one. Okay, tadi ni soalan the same questions. I just copy the questions. Dia punya ceraian dia je yang berbeza kat sini. Okay, this is question B. Find the area. Tadi suruh cari perimeter. Sekarang dia suruh cari area of trapezium. Okay, remember. This is the formula of area of trapezium. Dia tak bagi tahu dalam soalan. So you all kena ingat yang ni. Area of trapezium is 1/2 times the sum of 2 parallel lines AB and DC and then multiply the perpendicular height here AD. Okay? Right. So nak kena cari, you all dah tahu dah semua ni. Dah ada AB dah ada, DC pun dah ada, AD pun dah ada. So you just use the all the figure ni given dekat sini, measurement yang dia dah bagi kat sini, angka yang dia dah bagi. Okay, masukkan dalam ni. Alright, so 1/2. So show 1 by 1. So 4 plus 3 set 5 plus 11 plus 2 set 5 times dengan 7 plus set 5. Okay, so the first bracket, you settle this one first. So you will get 4 and 11, you will get 15. 3 set 5 dengan 2 set 5, you will get 5 set 5. Okay, next. Show how you expand these two brackets. Okay, so 1 over 2 is still here. So 15 times dengan 7, you will get 105. So 15 times set 5 is 15 set 5. So 5 set 5 dengan 7 is 35 set 5. So this and this, 5 set 5 multiply dengan set 5. So this set 5 times set 5 dapat 5. 5 and 5 you will get 25. This one must be shown. Okay. Right, and then after that you simplify. Simplify. So area you akan dapat 1 over 2, 105 plus dengan 25 you will get 130. So 15 and 35 ni you will get 50. Okay. Remember the question asks you to give your answer in simplest set form. So this one still not in simplest form. Okay, because 130 and 50 can be divided by 2. Okay. So kalau you all tinggal jawapan dekat sini, bermakna tak adalah jawapan untuk, tak adalah markah untuk jawapan akhir. Okay. Right. So 130 divide by 2, you will get 65. So 50 divide by 2, you will get 25 set 5. Okay. Kenapa teacher tekan dia dekat sini? Tengok markah dia bagi dekat mana. Okay. The first mark given at this point. Nampak? Dia kena tunjuk yang ni. Tak tunjuk this one, tak dapat markah. Okay, because this is the process of expansion without using calculator. So you supposed to show this one. Mesti wajib yang ini kena tunjuk. Okay, right. So once you get this, markah yang kedua dengan ketiga will be given at this point and this point. Okay, 65 dapat satu markah, 25 set 5 satu markah. So that's why tadi teacher kata kalau sampai sini saja maksudnya hilanglah semua markah. Tak adalah apa yang dah penat-penat buat sebelum ni tak dapat hasil. Sebab hasilnya dia akan bagi dekat this one and this one. 1 point sama 1 mark is here and then another mark is here. Okay. So kalau sampai sini memang tak adalah. Okay. Kena sampai habis. Simplest form. Simplest set form. Okay. Alright. Okay, so kita dah bersiaran for 1 hour. Teacher bagi masa sekejap untuk you all take 3 lah. Okay, nak pergi ambil air ke, nak pergi toilet ke. Alright, so kita stop sekejap sebelum I proceed with question number 8. All right. So welcome back. Okay. So kita start All right. So for question number 8. All right. So this is polynomial. Okay. Polynomial is given by ax cubed plus 3x squared plus bx minus 12. So this polynomial has a factor of 2x plus 1. Okay. So if you still remember, what is a factor theorem? All right. So factor theorem said that if you have a polynomial px, pc is equal to 0, then x minus c is a factor of px. Okay. So this is what factor theorem said. So if you have a factor of x minus c, meaning that pc is equal to 0. Okay. So now we have a factor of 2x plus 1. All right, meaning that if we substitute x equal to negative 1 over 2, you make it 0 first. 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. Then x is equal to negative 1 over 2. You substitute the value of x into the p, okay, you will get equal to 0. Okay, so this is what factor theorem said. Okay, so we substitute x with negative 1 over 2 into the polynomial. All right, so a times negative 1 over 2 cube plus 3 times negative 1 over 2 square plus b times negative 1 over 2 minus 12 is equal to 0. Okay, so what we have is actually negative a over 8. A times negative 1 over 2 cube is negative 1 over 8. So negative a over 8 plus this one akan jadi 3 over 4 minus b over 2 minus 12 is equal to 0. Okay, but then I don't want my equation in fraction. So nak hilangkan fraction, kita multiply dengan the biggest denominator here, which is 8. Okay, you multiply by 8. So what you have is negative A. Okay, this one 4 and 8, you will get negative 6. Alright, so teacher dah apa ni? Simplify lah yang ni. Alright, so you will get negative A minus 4B equal to 90. Alright, so this is already simplified. Okay, after you multiply by 8. Alright, so you get your equation in terms of A and B. So you have two unknowns in one equation, so you cannot do anything here. So you just leave it as equation 1 and then move to another statement given. Alright. So the question asks you, the question stated that px is divided by x minus 3. When you divide your px with x minus 3, the remainder is 105. So this is remainder theorem. Okay. So remainder theorem said if you divide your px with x minus c, then the remainder is pc. Okay, so sekarang ni you divide your px with x minus 3. Then dia punya remainder dia supposedly p3 lah. And then p3, and then dia dah bagi dah kat sini remainder is 105. Therefore, we can write p3 is equal to 105. Because P3 is a remainder. Tengok kat sini, the remainder is PC kat sini ni, dekat theorem. Okay, so P3 is a remainder. And then the remainder is already given, which is 105. Therefore, P3 is equal to 105. Okay, substitute X with 3 into the Px tu kat situ. Alright, so you will get A times 3 cube plus 3 times 3 square plus B3 minus 12 equal 105. Okay, here we have 3. Here is also we have 3. Kat sini pun ada 3. 12 can be divided by 3. 105 also can be divided by 3. So, teacher buat apa? So, teacher akan divide all the terms dengan 3. So, what you have is 9A plus 9 plus B minus 4 equal to 35. Rearrange the equation here. Then you will get 9A plus B equal to 30. So you have two unknown A and B, and then we consider as equation 2. Okay. Now we want to find the value of A and of B. Okay, so we have two equation 1 and equation 2. You yourself can decide which unknown that you want to eliminate first. Okay, either kita nak eliminate A dulu or kita nak eliminate B dulu, so it's up to you. Okay, right. So kalau kita nak eliminate A, so equation 1, you have to multiply by 9 so that the coefficient of A for both equation will be the same. Kalau kita nak eliminate B, so we multiply equation 2 with 4 so that kita akan dapat 4B dekat sini. Dan sama dengan 4 dekat equation 1, and then we can eliminate B. Okay, so what teacher do is I multiply equation 2 with 4. So that I akan dapat 4 times 9 A, you will get 36A plus 4B is equal to 120. Okay, so this is from equation 2, and then this is my equation 1. Okay, so you can see that we get the same 4 and 4 here, but the different sign, positive 4 and negative 4. Okay, to eliminate 4B, to eliminate B because of different sign, we have to plus. Okay, so when we plus, kita buat ni elimination method, bukan substitution method. Okay. Right, so 36A bila plus dengan negative A, you will get 35A. So this one is 0, so 120 plus dengan 90, you will get 210. Okay, therefore you will get A is equal to 6. Okay. Once you get A is equal to 6, substitute into any of the equation here. Nak ganti dalam 1 pun boleh, nak ganti dalam equation 2 pun boleh to get B. Okay, so better kalau kita ganti dalam equation 2 because B ni single, dia alone, stand alone here. Tak payah nak divide by any number. Okay, so you find B is equal to negative 24. Okay, right. So 5 marks will be given dekat mana? Satunya dekat sini. Okay, once you multiply, once you substitute X with negative 1 over 2. Masuk dalam ni, so semua dapat 1 markah. Okay, another one, when you get the, you simplify to get first equation here.
Okay, you simplify, dapat yang ni dapat 1. Okay, next is this one. Alright, the first mark ni sama ada you all masukkan x negative 1/2 dalam px or you masukkan 3 dalam px tu. Either one. Nampak je kita bagi 1 markah. Okay, so dapat you get the first equation here, you will get 1 mark. You get the second equation here, you get another 1 mark. Okay, so dah dapat 3 markah. So the fourth mark adalah at the process of eliminating ataupun kalau you all nak buat substitution pun boleh. Okay, itu satu lagi method. Alright, for finding A and B. Okay, so you buat yang ni semua dapat. Tengok kita ada substitution elimination method dekat sini. 1 markah. And then both mark 6, both answers A and B you will get will be awarded final mark. Okay, so 6 and negative 24. Okay, so remainder theorem dengan factor theorem tu mesti dalam tangan lah. Okay, nampak je factor, mesti dia bila kita masukkan value yang what is the factor here tu, masukkan value tu dia dapat 0. Kalau remainder theorem, dia ada remainder. Okay. Alright. Alright, number 9, look at A. Okay, number 9A, this one. Still, we have fx is equal to 4x cubed plus kx plus p, exactly divisible by x plus 2. Okay, another word for factor. Okay, when the question stated that exactly divisible, maksudnya bila kita ganti x with negative 2, substitute into f, you will get 0. Okay, exactly divisible meaning that no remainder. Okay, and then f prime x is exactly divisible by 2x minus 1. Ada student yang pernah tanya, teacher, what is f prime x? Is it f inverse? No, this is not f inverse. Okay, so or even though here ini adalah polynomial, okay, tapi dalam IG you have cross topic. Okay, soalan yang cross topic. Maksudnya boleh jadi differentiation masuk dalam polynomial. F prime x ni maksudnya you differentiate. This is the first derivative. Okay, so the first derivative juga 2x minus 1 ni is a factor of f prime x. Okay, so what do you need to do is first kita substitute f negative 2. X dengan negative 2, so the answer should be 0. Sebab ini akan sebenarnya adalah factor of this function. Okay, so masuk 4 and then ganti x negative 2 cube plus k times negative 2 plus p is equal to 0. So you simplify, so you will get this. Okay, and then dapatkan equation 1, negative 2k plus p is equal to 32. Okay, so biarkan as an equation 1 because we have 2 unknown in one equation, so we cannot do anything. So we may get the answer from another statement given. Okay, so now we move to this one. F prime x is exactly divisible by x, 2x minus 1. So before we substitute the value of x, kita kena cari f prime x dulu. Okay, so cari f prime x. So f prime x is 12x square, yang ni 12x square plus k. You can see that we have no p here, only k here. Okay, and then kita tahu when you substitute with x with equal to 1/2, so ia akan jadi 0. Okay, alright, so substitute into this f prime x, so you will get 12 times dengan 1/2 square plus k is equal to 0. So therefore you will get k is negative 3. So you don't have to do simultaneous equation because kita dah tahu k is equal to negative 3. So what we do is we substitute k equal to negative 3 into equation 1. Okay, right. So masuk k negative 3 dalam ni, so you will get negative 2, yang ini negative 2, tempat K tu ganti dengan negative 3 plus P equal to 32. Okay. Therefore, P is equal to 26. Alright. Tak susah pun kan? Alright. So, 4 marks kat sini. Mana dapat 4 marks? Ganti kat sini. You substitute the value. Okay, so dapat 1 markah kat sini. Okay. The next mark is substitute yang ni. Because you dah cari F prime X, masuk dia dah jadi benda lain dah ni. Okay, so dia akan bagi 1 markah when you substitute X1 over 2 into F prime X. Okay, so dapat another 1 mark. Okay, and then jawapan K dapat negative 3, 1 markah. Okay, from K equal to negative 3, you can find P and then P another 1 mark. Alright. So that is number 9A. Okay, we look at 9B. Okay, 9B, dia kata using the values of K and P found in part A, show that Fx is equal to X plus 2 and then multiply dengan AX square plus BX plus C. A, B and C are integers to be found. Alright, so kita ada Fx tadi cube equation. Alright, so cubic equation. K kita ada negative 3, P is 26. Okay, so this is our Fx tadi. Dah tempat K dengan P, teacher dah ganti kat sini. Okay, so this is cubic equation. This cubic equation, kita nak buat dia dalam bentuk ni, 2 brackets. Okay, the second bracket is a quadratic kat sini. Okay, ada a few methods. Teacher list dekat sini. Okay, the first method, if you use long division method. Okay, if you use long division method, meaning that kita buat, kita cari, okay, apa yang kita buat adalah kita masukkan this one dalam tempat kita nak divide ni lah kan. Okay, we know X plus 2. So, we divide dulu dengan X plus 2. Okay, 4X cube minus 3X plus 26, we don't have X square. Kalau kita tak ada X square, meaning that the coefficient of X square is equal to 0. Okay? Alright. Kita kena tulis juga dekat sini because when we want to find AX square, seeloknya dia duduk atas X square ni juga kat sini. Okay? So the purpose of doing long division first kali adalah untuk eliminate 4X cube. Okay, we already have X here. Okay, to eliminate 4X cube, we have to multiply X dengan 4X square. Okay, so teacher akan letak 4X square ni atas 0X square ni. Okay, so 4X square, when you multiply X, you will get 4X cube. 4X square multiply dengan 2, you will get 8X square. Okay, eliminate 4X cube by subtracting. Okay, you subtract, you will get 0. And then 0 minus dengan positive 8x square, you will get negative 8x square. Turunkan negative 3x dekat bawah ni. Okay, the next is you will eliminate negative 8x square. So x, you have to multiply by negative 8x. You will get negative 8x square. Negative 8x multiply 2, you will get negative 16x. Okay, you subtract again, you will get 0 here. So negative 3x minus jadi plus 16x. So jadi 13x, you put 26 down. Okay, nak hilangkan 13x, x kena multiply dengan positive 13. You will get 13x. 13 multiply dengan 2 dapat 26. Therefore, you will get 0. Okay, so kita punya second bracket tu, quadratic tu adalah 4x square minus 8x plus 13. So therefore, kita punya fx can be written as x plus 2 times 4x square minus 8x plus 13. Okay. Markah dia 2 je. Panjang-panjang ni markah dia 2 je. Sebab dia ada banyak cara kita boleh buat. Ini long division method. Okay. So, mana dapat markah? So, once you do the process of division dekat sini. So, this is 1 mark. Sebab dia ulang benda yang sama je kat sini. That's why 1 markah je boleh bagi. Okay. And then the second mark is for the answer. Okay. Alright. So, itu kalau long division method. Okay. Kalau nak guna satu lagi method lain, equating coefficient method. Okay, yang nak equate coefficient method tu, this one, 4x cube minus 3x square plus 26, kita samakan dengan yang ini. Okay, ni yang dia bagi ni. Okay, but then, A ni kita boleh dapat. Right, macam mana nak dapat A? Because you already have X here. Kita nak equate sekarang ni. X ni kena multiply dengan apa X square, then you will get 4x cube. Okay, so of course A is equal to 4. Okay, then belakang sekalipun constant pun kita boleh dapat. Okay, because this is a constant 2 multiply dengan what value, then the answer is 26. Okay, so we know that 2 times dengan 13 is equal to 26. So we fulfill these two value A and C. Okay, now we want to find B. B sebenarnya yang nak kena cari. Okay, nak cari B, kita boleh equatekan dengan coefficient of X sebelah kiri. So, coefficient of X sebelah kiri adalah negative 3. Okay, so sebelah kanan, ni sebelah kanan equation, X nak kena multiply which terms in the bracket so that kita dapat X. Kita tak boleh multiply dengan yang ni, dia dapat X cube. Kalau multiply dengan BX, akan dapat BX square. Okay, so kita multiply X dengan 13, so you will get 13X. Okay, so negative 3, okay, kita compare coefficient. Okay, negative 3 ni sama dengan, okay, it's not only 13. Sebab ada satu lagi nombor 2 dekat sini. 2 ni, kalau kita multiply dengan BX, kita akan dapat juga coefficient of X, which is 2B. Okay, so 13X plus 2BX. Okay, so 13X plus 2BX kat sini. Teacher tak tulis kat situ. Alright, so 13X plus 2BX. Okay, both adalah for coefficient of X dekat situ. Okay, so 13 plus 2B ni kita equate dengan negative 3. Okay, so we settle this one. Alright, so we solve. So 2B is equal to negative 16. Therefore, B dapat negative 8. Okay, so masuk balik dalam ni, 4x cube minus 3x plus 26 can be written as this one. Okay, so the first mark is for finding B. Alright, A dengan C ni memang dah kita boleh dapat dengan tak ada susah payah apa pun untuk dapatkan A dengan C ni. So B tu dia ada unit effort to find B. Okay, so markah dia akan bagi dekat situ and then markah satu lagi dekat final answer. Okay. 9B juga lagi. Okay. Satu lagi method yang teacher nak tunjuk adalah, kita tak tahu yang ni dipanggil box method ke dia panggil, okay, kita buat macam ni. Alright, so kita ada X plus 2 dengan AX square plus BX plus C. So kita letak dalam kotak. Okay, kita letak dalam kotak kat sini. The first column, we put X and 2 because we have X plus 2. And then here we put AX square, BX dengan C. Then kita multiply. These two multiply dapat yang ni multiply BX dapat BX square. X multiply C dapat CX. Okay, so this multiply this one dapat this one. Yang ni multiply 2BX, you will get 2BX here. So 2 times C, you will get 2C. Okay. So now we compare with our fx. Alright. So nampak our fx. So x cube dengan x cube kat sini. So kita compare A dengan 4. So dah tak ada yang lain dah yang x cube. This is the only one yang ada x cube. So A is equal to 4. Okay. Nak compare apa lagi? Nak compare, okay, sekarang kita tengok B. Kita tengok X square. So X square kita ada 2A dengan B. So combine 2A plus B. Kat sini tak ada pun X square, meaning that dia punya coefficient is equal to 0. So we put 2A plus B is equal to 0. We already know that A is equal to 4. So you just substitute, B dapat negative 8. Okay, and then C kat sini, so this is the only constant that we have. So 2C we equate to 26, then we get C is equal to 13. Okay, then we put A, B and C here so that we get the answer. Okay, so it's up to you yang mana satu nak ambil untuk dapatkan, untuk jawab soalan. So no need for you to give all three method ke apa benda, tak payah. So satu je. Okay. Fikirlah yang mana yang kita rasa selesa and then kita rasa kita mudah faham. Okay. Untuk dapat jawapan. Okay. Yang ni pun dia akan bagi dekat B je markah. A dengan C. So this one is mental. You can compare straight away from the this one. Okay. So final mark ya adalah dekat sini. Okay. Alright. Okay, now we look at this one. Dia kata, show that fx is equal to 0 has only one solution and state this solution. Okay, we know that when we, what we did before, fx is equal to x plus 2 times 4x squared minus 8x plus 13 is equal to 0. Okay, so if this one is equal to 0, so we know that x equal to negative 2 is a solution. Maksudnya yang ini kita samakan dengan 0 and then kita dapat x is negative 2 is a solution. The question asks us to show that fx has only one solution. Of course, kita dapat satu je solution kat sini. Okay. Kenapa dia suruh tunjuk? Maksudnya yang ini ni, this one, because x is equal to negative 2 is already a solution of the of fx ni. Maksudnya kita kena tunjuk from here, from this bracket, we have no solution. Barulah kita cuma ada satu solution je. Okay, so kita nak tunjuk 4x square minus 8x plus 13 tu has no solution. Macam mana nak tunjuk? Okay, remember B square minus 4AC. Kita ada 3 kan? B square minus 4AC greater than 0, equal to 0 or less than 0. Okay, kalau B square minus 4AC greater than 0, meaning that kita ada 2 solutions. Alright, kita ada 2 solution, 2 different roots. Kalau equal to 0, tadi dah bincang, maksudnya kita cuma ada satu. Kalau dekat graph tadi, dia sentuh satu tempat. So kita kena tunjuk B square minus 4AC kita ni dapat negatif. Okay. Right. So kita punya A adalah 4. B dia negatif 8. C dia 13. Okay. So masukkan dalam B square minus 4AC. So you will get negative 144. So once you get this, maksudnya kita dah tunjukkan our B square minus 4AC is less than 0. Okay, so this is what the question asks you to do actually. Alright, so kita kata because this one B square minus 4AC, we show that this is less than 0, then we conclude that fx has only one solution, which is x is equal to negative 2. Okay, so 1 mark is here. When you show that your B square minus 4AC less than 0, and then another one, state this solution. So state the solution. So the solution is x equal to negative 2. Dia punya schema dia akan tulis WWW, which is without wrong working. Maksudnya, nak kena tunjuk yang ni semua very clear here, and then you last kali baru kita buat satu conclusion, x is -2 is a solution of the function. Okay. Okay. Next. Kita tengok question number 10 ask you to find the coordinates of point of intersection of the curve. Alright, so we have two curves. Alright, so we have two curves. So kita ada dua. Satunya is x square is 5y minus 1 and then we consider as equation 1. And then another one is y is x square minus 2x plus 1. So we consider as equation 2. Okay, both equations are non-linear equations. Alright. So it's up to you nak buat. Okay, sekarang ni kita nak kena guna substitution method. Okay, kalau dia non-linear, payah sikit nak guna elimination method. Okay, so kita kena fikir. Kita nak buat, nak ganti x in terms of y or we want to substitute y in terms of x. Okay, kadang-kadang pilihan kita tu bergantung pilihan kita tu menyebabkan dia jadi panjang atau dia jadi pendek tu bergantung pada kita punya pilihan kita lah. Okay, kalau kita nak ganti x in terms of y, dia akan jadi sini ada tempat ni kena ganti, tempat ni kena ganti, so ada banyak tempat kena ganti, lepas tu ada square lagi, so dia jadi banyak. Okay, jadi kalau nak ganti y in terms of x, dia ada satu tempat je, satu je kat sini. Alright, so what do I do is, from equation 2, I take y is x square minus 2x plus 1, yang ni, substitute into equation 1. Maksudnya tempat y ni, substitute with this y. So masuk dalam ni. Semua ni. Okay. Then after that, kita expand the bracket. So x square is 5x square minus 10x plus 5 minus 1. Okay, and then rearrange the equation. 5x square minus dengan x square dapat 4x square. Okay, and then negative 10x, 5 dengan 1 ni boleh simplify dapat 4. So you will get this. 4x square minus 10x plus 4 equal to 0. Okay, quadratic. Again, we have a quadratic equation. Okay, next you use your calculator to get the value. Okay, and then kat sini teacher akan buat guna formula, using formula. Nanti sekejap lagi teacher akan tunjuk juga kalau kita guna factorization. Okay, apa yang you all nak kena alert bila kita buat factorization. Okay, sekarang ni dia 4, 10 and 4. Okay, so this one actually kita masuk je dalam formula. Then the answer x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 0.5 ni, you get from calculator. Tak dapat pun daripada sini. Okay, so this one, this is actually the syarat. Okay, syarat yang nak kena tunjuk to get the mark for solving quadratic equation using valid method. Okay, so masuklah negative b plus b square minus 4ac, the square root ni, over 2a. Sama juga yang ni, beza antara this one and this one is only plus and minus. Okay, so you will get the answer 2 and 0.5. Okay, once the question asks you to find the coordinates, meaning that you have to find y. Okay, carilah y. Okay, substitute into this, x is equal to, and then you can find y. So you will get y equal to 1, for x is equal to 2, and then x 0.5, y 0.25. Okay. Kalau you all guna factorization method. Okay. By using factorization. Okay. Dia sampai sini sama je. 4x square minus 10x plus 4 is equal to 0. And then, you look at this. 4, negative 10 and 4. You can simplify this 4, 10 and 4 by dividing with 2. Okay, so you divide by 2, so you will get 2x squared minus 5x plus 2 equal to 0. This one, you have to be alert with this. Because kalau kita buat guna factorization method, okay, you dapat jawapan kan? X equal to 1 over 2 and X is equal to 2. And then bila kita patah balik, untuk masukkan dalam factorization, you will get 2x minus 1. X minus 2 is equal to 0. If you do not show this one, tak tunjuk ni, 2x square minus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0, then 2x times x takkan dapat 4x square. Tu bahayanya dekat situ. Okay? So once you get this quadratic equation, teacher nak pesan, kalau kita boleh simplify, so you simplify to the simplest form dekat sini. Kalau boleh divide, divide lagi. Okay? Sebab bila kita guna calculator untuk buat factorization, so your calculator will give the simplest form. Dia akan bagi bentuk paling ringkas sebelum buat factorization. Okay? Right. So then, yang ini tak ada masalah lah. You akan dapat y yang sama lah. X 1 over 2. So you will get y is 0.25. And then kalau x2, y equal to 1. Therefore, when the question asks you to give in coordinates form, so coordinates ada dua. Satu 2, 1. Satu lagi 0.5 dengan 0.25. Okay. Right. 5 markah dekat sini. 5 marks will be given. Okay, so 5 marks, the first mark is when you substitute y in terms of x. Masuk dalam ni. Okay, and then you simplify into 3 terms in quadratic equations. Alright, so solve quadratic equations using valid method. Kalau guna factorization, dia akan bagi dekat sini. Okay, mana-manalah kalau guna formula dekat sini. Kalau guna factorization, dia akan bagi dekat sini. Okay, and then the fourth mark adalah dekat one of the answer, and then this is the fifth mark. Alright, so markah 1, 1 dekat sini. So you have 5 marks altogether. So remember, kalau nak buat factorization, make sure that your value here, kalau boleh kecilkan sampai kita dapat paling ringkas sebelum kita buat sebelum kita buat factorization form ni kat sini. Okay? Nak selamat buat yang ni je. Okay? Look at number 11. Okay, number 11, kita nak solve log equation. Okay, first of all, tengok dulu dia punya base. Base dia tak sama. So, bila base tak sama, kita samakan dulu base. Before we use another, we proceed with solving lah. Okay, so first kali kena samakan dia punya base. Alright, so macam mana nak change base dia? Alright, it's either you want to change to base 7 or you want to change to base x ataupun you want to change to base 10, tak ada masalah. Okay, boleh je. Alright, teacher tunjuk dua lah kat sini sebab kita ada base 7 and then base x. Okay, so the first method, so teacher akan tunjuk base 7. Okay, meaning that this one we want to convert to base 7. Okay, how to change the base? Look at this. Alright, so if you want to change to base C, so base C both atas dengan bawah, numerator dengan denominator, dua-dua ada base C. B ni kekal dekat sini, and then the original base dia akan jadi value dekat bawah ni. Okay, now log 7, log x base 7 still here. Okay, 2 is still here. Log 7 base x kat sini, kita nak tukar jadi base 7. So both log base 7, bawah pun log base 7. Okay, the value 7 is here and then the value x is here. Kat sini. Is equal to 3. And then we know that log 7 base 7 is equal to 1. Okay, so 2 times 1 is 2 lah kat situ. Okay, so dia ada denominator log x base 7. So kita multiply semua dengan log X base 7. Okay. So you multiply everything here kat sini. Yep. This one. Kita multiply dengan log 7X kat situ. Okay, so you will get log X base 7. Log X base 7 is log X base 7 square. Okay, yang ini hilang. Log X base 7 dia. So this one is 3 times dengan log X base 7 is this one. Okay, and then rearrange. Bawa semua ke sebelah kiri. And then you will get a quadratic equation in terms of log kat sini. Okay. Right. So dapat yang ni. And then kita factorize. Okay, factorize. So masuk dalam calculator. Kat sini A dia 1. Kat sini B dia -3. Kat sini C dia 2. So you will get this. 1 and 1 and 2. So remember. So you put log X base 7 minus 1. Log X base 7 minus 2 equal to 0. So this one tunjukkan. Wajib tunjukkan. Factorization form. Okay. Now. We want to change ni nak cari X kan. Okay, we want to convert log form to index form. Okay, so convert log to index form. Alright, log X base A equal to B, then X is here. So the base of log akan naik jadi base of index, B akan naik atas. So use this one and then you will have X is equal to 7 to the power of 1, which is 7. And then this one, 7, X is equal to 7 and then square naik atas. So 7 square is 49. Okay. Right. So markah dia dekat mana? Alright. So mark dia, the first mark when you convert ataupun you change to the same base. Okay. Alright. So yang ni lah. Yang ni saja. Satu markah kat sini. Okay. Next mark adalah dekat sini. You rearrange to 3 terms of quadratic equation. Okay. And then dapat yang ni log X base 7 ni dapat 1. Yang ni dapat 2. Alright. So this is 1. Another 1 mark. Okay. And then 7 and 49. Another 1 mark. Okay. Itu kalau nak tukar ke log base 7. Okay. Now we look if you convert to log base X. Alright. So log base X maksudnya log X base 7 ni lah yang kita tukar. Okay, so this one is stay dekat situ. Okay, is equal to 3. Alright, so this one become 1 over log 7 base X plus dengan yang ini. So you multiply ni semua ini dengan log 7 base X. Okay, kita multiply dekat situ. Okay, so you will get this one is 1. This one akan jadi square equal to 3 log X7 base X. So sama je. So kita arrange pergi satu side. Okay, you will get this. And then use your calculator. Buat factorization. So you will get log 7 base X is 1 over 2. Log 7 base X is equal to 1. Okay. Right. So convert juga. So 7 is here. X to the power of 1 over 2. And then 7 is X to the power of 1 is X. Okay, so this one nak hilangkan 1 over 2. Macam tadi, soalan nombor berapa tadi kita dah buat. Kita squarekan both side. So you will get X49. Yang ini adalah X is equal to 7. Agak panjang sikit dia punya method dia. Okay, so first mark is here. Second mark is here. Alright, so simplify to 3 terms in quadratic equation. Okay, and then third mark is here. And then the fourth mark is the answer. Both answers. Okay. Right. Move to question 12. Okay. Kalau dalam you all punya handout, ini adalah question number 13. Okay. Log y square is plotted against x. Alright. And then Kita tahu dia bagi tahu kat sini dia passing through points 5, 12 and 3, 20. Okay, so to make it easier, so please plot the graph. Okay, so you know that you have a graph of log y square against x. So buat graph log y square against x. And then you have 2 points on the graph. One is 512 and another one is 320. Okay, so you have a straight line. So this is a straight line. Okay. Alright, so you know that this straight line, the equation dia, because dia punya paksi y-axis dia adalah log y square, horizontal axis is x, so we write down the equation as log y square is equal to mx plus c. Log y square, so this is y, okay, vertical axis. X ni adalah horizontal axis because the graph is a straight line. So it follows y is equal to mx plus c. Okay. Right. So now what we want to do is to find m gradient dekat sini. So we have 2 points on the graph. So find m by y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So you will get m is equal to -4. All right, so put it in the equation. So you will get log y square equal to -4x plus c. Okay, now kita nak cari c. So to find c, ni ramai yang confused. Alright, so to find c, you substitute the value of log y square and then x. Because this is a graph of log y square against x, so this one, ini adalah value of x. But 20 is not a value of y, but the value of log y square. Okay, so ni adalah log y square. Bila masuk dalam ni, jangan tulis log 20 square. Because log y square tu adalah 20. Okay, so to find c, we can substitute either 320 or 512. Kalau teacher multiply, substitute kat sini 320, meaning that log y square ni adalah 20, -4, x is 3 plus c. Okay, so that you will get c is equal to 32. Okay, so dapat C32, substitute into the equation. So you will get log y square equal to -4x plus 32. Okay, the question asks you to find y in terms of x, giving your answer in the form of y is equal to 10 to the power of ax plus b. LG is a log base 10. Okay, so we did before. Convert log form to index form. So y square will be at the left and then 10 ni, 10 tu kan, dia punya log LG ni log base 10. 10 tu akan naik ke sini and then B tu which is now is -4x plus 32 akan duduk dekat atas. So dia akan jadi y square is equal to 10 to the power of -4x plus 32. So to get y, so we have to square root both sides ataupun multiply dengan 1/2. Okay, so once you multiply 1/2, so -4x times 1/2. So what do you have is y is equal to y is equal to 10. Atas dia tu, -4x plus 32 akan jadi -2x plus 16. Okay, so we answered the questions. Right, so we already gave the answer as 10 to the power of ax plus b. Okay, 5 marks will be given here where the first mark is for this one. Nampak je yang ni, tak ada buat apa-apa lagi pun, terus dapat 1 markah. Okay, then you find the gradient, you will get 1 mark. Okay, and then trying to find C, another 1 mark. Okay, and then you convert. Okay, y square ni convert log form to index form. You will get another mark. Last kali adalah, yang last kali lah yang dia suruh kita buat tu is y in terms of this form. Okay, so another 1 mark. Alright. Okay. Next. Okay, I think this is the last question for this session. Okay, so we have the question ada anak dia lah, A, B, C. Tak salah ke A and B je macam tu lah. Alright, so number 13, so we have a circle here. Alright, so center dia dekat sini and then we have a radius of 10 and then kita ada 4 points on the circle, on the circumference. Okay, and then AB is, a chord AB is 15, a chord CD is 10. Alright, and then these two chords are parallel. Okay. So the first question asks you to show the angle AOB is 1.70. Correct to 2 decimal places. Okay, AOB, AOB. Okay, kita nak tahu AOB. Alright. Kita kalau nak tahu AOB, the first method. Okay, the first method, kalau kita buat this one, because OA and OB are radius, okay, meaning that the triangle is an isosceles triangle. So kalau kita buat satu straight line perpendicular to the chord AB, meaning that this point is the midpoint of AB. So kita akan dapat sini 7.5. Okay, so sini 7.5 and then the angle AOB tu bila kita divide by 2, so the angle become AOB over 2. Okay, so this is a right angle triangle where we know that the opposite side dengan hypotenuse. Okay, so opposite hypotenuse we can use sine. So sine AOB over 2 is equal to 7.5 over 10. Inverse sine, you will get 0.848 radians because the question asks you to give answer in radians. So make sure that your calculator in radian mode. It is easier for you. Okay, so straight away you will get the angle in radian. Therefore, angle AOB is this one, 2 times this is 1.696 because the question asks you to give the answer correct to 2 decimal places, meaning that the answer is 1.70. Okay, that is the first method. Second method, because we already learned solutions of triangle, so we know that this side OA, we know 10, here we know 15, and then this one is 10. So we already have 3 sides altogether, so we can use cosine rule. Okay, so we want to find the angle AOB, which is opposite to 15. So we use the cosine rule. 15 square is equal to 10 square plus 10 square. Okay, this is the formula of cosine rule. Okay, so cos AOB is 100 plus 100 minus 2 to 5. You arrange this one. I already arranged this. And then divide by 200. Okay. And then you find the inverse of AOB is 1.696, which is 1.70, correct to 2 decimal places. Okay, 2 marks. 2 marks is for this one. Okay, and the final mark. Alright. Kalau dekat method 2 ni pun sama dekat sini. Ataupun dekat cosine rule, you substitute into cosine rule, dapat 1 markah. And then the final mark is for showing 1.70. Okay. Next. Now we want to find the perimeter of the shaded region. Okay, nak cari perimeter of the shaded region. So this is shaded region. So the first method nak cari perimeter of shaded region is perimeter ni is equal to circumference. Ni circumference. But circumference pun dia tak semua. So you have to minus arc AB. You have to minus arc CD. And then after that you plus dengan chord 15 dengan chord 10 ni. Okay. So circumference is 2 pi r. Okay. Arc AB Okay, so kita tahu kat sini OAOB dah dapat dah tadi. Dia punya angle is 1.696. Okay, and then this one is 10. Is equal to the radius. Radius is also 10. Kat sini pun 10. So this is an equilateral triangle. So kalau dia equilateral triangle, all the angles in equilateral triangle are the same. Okay, so this angle is pi over 3. 180 semua kan pi, so all the same, so pi over 3. Okay, right. So circumference is 2 pi r. 2 pi multiply dengan 10 minus dengan arc AB. Arc AB ni adalah S is equal to r theta. Okay, so S is equal to r theta. Teacher tak lupa nak buat dia punya formula, nak selitkan formula dia kat situ. Okay, S is equal to R theta. R is 10, theta dia 1.696 minus dengan arc CD yang ini 10 times dengan pi over 3. Okay, and then plus 15 plus 10. You substitute you key in all this into your calculator. Then the calculator will calculate for you to get the answer 60.4. Okay, alright. So this one, markah 4 ni kat mana? Banyak ni, kenapa sikit je ni? Okay, dia punya step. Sebab setiap satu tu, yang ini, nampak je you all dapat pi over 3 sin. Tulis je pi over 3. Anywhere, dekat mana-mana saja. Nampak kat sini ke, nampak kat sini ke. Okay, nampak je pi over 3. So 1 mark will be given. Okay, and then another 1 mark will be given for finding arc, either arc AB or arc CD. Either one lah. Alright. Alright. And then after that, you put into the, to find perimeter, you get this and then plus 15 plus 10, dapat 1 markah. And then the last answer is 1 mark. Okay. That is for method 1. Method 2, method 2, kita tak nak cari circumference ni. Kita nak cari ni AB dah ada, DC dah ada. So you want to find the arc AD dengan arc BC. Okay, so perimeter adalah AB plus dengan CD, both known already. So AD plus BC. Alright, so AD dengan BC ni actually dia adalah arc yang sama panjang. Okay, alright. So what we find, what we do is cari angle AOD. Okay, angle AOD is equal to angle BOC. Okay, which is semua ni sekali 2 pi. Okay, 1 whole third 2 pi minus dengan 1.696 minus dengan pi over 3. So you will get this and then you divide by 2 to get for AOD ataupun BOC. Either one lah. Okay, so you use S is equal to R theta. Okay, dah dapat 1.77. You use arc AD ni is R dengan theta. Okay, 10 times dengan 1.77. So the perimeter is 15 plus dengan 10 plus dengan 2 times 10 times 1.77. So the answer is 60.4. Okay, kat mana markah dia bagi? Nampak pi over 3 ni dapat 1 markah. Okay, and then you find arc AD, you will get another 1 mark. Okay, and then this one another 1 mark. So 60.4 is the final mark. Okay, so you will have 4. That's to find the perimeter. Okay, and the last one is find the area. Okay, nak cari area of the shaded region. Tadi cari perimeter, sekarang cari area. Okay, nak cari area. Area dia kita boleh kata area of the shaded region is area of circle minus area of segment AB minus area of segment DC. Okay, so area of segment ni adalah segment AB. This one is segment DC. Okay, so segmen AB dulu. Macam mana nak cari area of segment AB adalah area of sector yang ni. Okay. Area of sector 1/2 arc square theta. Okay. Tolak dengan area of triangle. Ni triangle. AB 1/2 AB sin C. Okay. Make sure that kalau you use radian, okay, make sure that your calculator in radian mode because sin 1.696 ni kalau duduk dalam degree mode nanti dapat benda lain nanti. Okay. So 1/2 ni area of sector tolak dengan area of triangle. Okay. So you will get this. Okay, because you have the same thing, 1/2 times 10 square. Yang ini pun 1/2 times 10 square. So I just put 1/2 times 10 square outside the bracket. And then 1.696 minus sin 1.696 inside the bracket. Yang ni. Okay. Teacher tak simplify. Biarkan dia macam tu. Alright. Segmen DC pun sama. Okay. You use the same thing. Alright. But the angle is pi/3. Okay, so that is for segment DC. So area adalah area of circle is pi r square minus this one minus this one. I put everything in calculator so that kita tak ada banyak sangat buat round off and then jawapan akhir kita nanti lagi tepat. Okay, kalau you all cari yang ni satu, cari dapat jawapan dia, you all dah round off. Yang ni cari dapat satu jawapan pun dah round off. So banyak-banyak round off, nanti jawapan dia lari sikit-sikit dekat belakang tu. Okay, so you key in everything in your calculator. Make sure yang bracket you letak bracket, yang tolak letak tolak, semua ikut something like exactly like this. Alright, then you will get the shaded region is 270. Cantik je dia punya jawapan dia. Okay, right. So this is method 1. Okay, 4 markah dekat mana? So you find the area of segment AB dapat 1 markah. Cari area of segment DC dapat 1 markah. Tolak semua ni 1 markah. Jawapan akhir dia another 1 mark. Okay. Right. Kalau method 2. Method 2. Sama juga macam tadi, macam perimeter tadi kan. Tadi kita nak cari consider all the whole circle. Sekarang ni we want to find it part by part. Alright, so method 2 kita nak cari area by finding area of triangle AOB, triangle DOC ni dengan these two sectors. Okay. Area triangle AOB ni, you use the formula of 1/2 AB sin C. Okay, 1/2 AB sin angle yang ini. Alright. Sama juga dengan DOC, 1/2 10 times 10 times sin pi/3. Okay. Area BOC, because you already know this is 1.77 tadi. So area of sector is 1/2 arc square theta. Alright. So both are the same area. So sini dengan sini sama besar. Okay. So jadi area dia adalah 2 kali area AOD ni plus dengan area AOB plus dengan area DOC. Okay. Then you will get the answer is 270. Okay. So markah dia either one yang you cari yang ni because we find using the same method. So either one, both triangles mesti ada dekat situ. Alright. Area this one, 1 markah. Okay, and then find the area by adding all the 4 triangles, four parts. Okay, and then you will get 270. Okay. So all 4 marks for this one. Alright. So Any method that you use, as long as that is a valid method, so we still accept the answer. Jangan main tiba-tiba je keluar jawapan 270 tak datang daripada mana-mana. Yang tu memang kita tak boleh bagi markah untuk 270. Okay. So I think it's 5-6 minutes after 5. Alright. So I'm sorry to take 5-6 minutes more than the yang sepatutnya kita buat. Okay. So may this session will benefit all of us. So dapat apa yang you all cari. Okay. So whatever good comes, it is from Allah, and whatever bad comes, it is from me myself. Okay. So see you in second part on 17th of September. So thank you from me, and I end up the session with Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.